Are you videoing?
Yeah, I'm taking some pictures and video, ma'am. Who are you?
I am Candy Griffin.
Candy Griffin?
Yeah,
and you're a deputy?
Protected if you, yes, if you'll read the sign down there, it's protected. You can't audio and video.
What's protected?
It says it downstairs. The building is
Protected against what?
audio and videoing.
Why would that be? Is that a law?
Because you have you're invading people's privacy.
Oh, no, this is a public building. They don't have no expectation of privacy in public.
Okay, what are you videoing for?
Oh, I'm just taking some pictures and video for myself.
For yourself?
Correct, yeah.
Is there anything I can do for you?
No, sir, who are you?
I'm Deputy Knowles Potawatomi in the County Sheriff's Office.
Deputy, excuse me?
Knowles.
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 My name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I don't need any assistance at the moment, no.
Actually, you're in violation of a courthouse order.
That's
What,
it says
what
downstairs.
courthouse order is that?
If you will go downstairs, I will show you where it's posted.
It's posted.
So
Yeah,
come
and
in.
it's a courthouse order for against exercising a constitutionally protected activity.
In a secured area, yes.
This is not a secured area.
It is. You came through the checkpoint to get in, right?
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's a secured area. There's some city halls and things that have.
But it's posted right on the front of that X-ray machine.
Yeah, if you could provide me with the order. Yeah, that's just anyone could have that sign.
Not this one.
Anybody could have that sign
This is
made.
filed in the district court.
Yep.
Here. There shall be no cameras, video, digital, or still allowed in the courthouse. Except for ceremonial purposes, cell phones with camera functions may not be used in the courthouse.
So we're going to ask you if you'll please stop recording.
Because
sir.
we do have people on jury duty that are in this building currently, and they don't need to be identified. Given
Well, I
the
have no
nature of
idea
the
who would be on
That's
jury
fine.
duty.
It's right.
But you're
you
standing
don't.
outside of the courtrooms.
Yeah. No, I'm walking around.
Pictures of people
Okay.
coming in and out of
Yes.
offices.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to quit recording.
Or
But
in
that,
the building.
yeah, that sign is unconstitutional. So I have a First Amendment. Yeah, I have a First Amendment
Every
right.
jury duty. Anyone ordered to jury duty has the right to.
That sign is not a law, sir.
Say again?
Respectfully, that sign isn't a law. You are a law enforcement officer, correct?
I'm a law enforcement officer.
And that is not a law that you would enforce. That is a policy.
We are enforcing
This
it. That's
is-
what we're doing
This
now.
is a.
No, but that's not a law.
This is a lawful order through a district court that says they do not wish to have cameras here. So this.
I've
is
been
a lawful
all
order.
over. I've been all over Oklahoma,
That's fine.
and I've recorded in many courtrooms and court facilities, not the courtrooms.
Right.
And
Are you here for a ceremonial purpose?
well, yeah, I don't have to
here
explain
for
to you my purpose. I can, it could be multi purposes. It could be for I'm a journalist exercising my constitutional rights. Could be a ceremonial purpose. I just don't want to have to. As a journalist and as a citizen, just as a citizen, excuse me. I don't have to divulge. I don't have to talk to you. I have a Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate
Well,
myself.
people here too have the right for you not to video them.
Well, I'm not recording anybody in
But
particular,
it
man.
doesn't matter. It's their civil rights
No, it's
not
not.
to be
That's
videoed.
wrong.
Okay, well, you're saying the same thing. You have civil rights. They have civil rights.
No.
They do not.
They
want
don't have
to
a
be
right to
recorded.
privacy, man.
They do
Respectfully, I'm not trying
Yes,
to
they
escalate
do.
the situation.
Yes, they do.
They do not have a
If
right
I
to
went
privacy. This is a public building.
It is a public building.
Anybody has
But there's
access.
a law.
I am obviously not a threat to anything. I went through the metal
You're
detector
making
and
people
Yes, but
nervous.
you're in violation of a direct court order.
that would be a
And I've shown
judge.
you the proof, yes.
A judge only has purview over. Judge is going to have purview in
They
the.
work in that is owned by the county
So-
that they are appointed to help protect. So you are in violation of a direct court order. So I suggest
An
that you-
unconstitutional order.
It is not.
So I just need one.
Because
It's an unconstitutional order, sir. Can I get a supervisor here, please?
I will go get at least one.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I
Lovely.
don't want you videoing me.
You have.
That's my
No.
That's my right. I do not want you videoing me. I do not want you to use my image of any kind whatsoever. That's my right. That's my right to privacy as a citizen.
Oh, that's completely wrong, ma'am. You are a law enforcement officer. You definitely have no right to
I have no
privacy.
right.
It is a constitutionally protected activity to film law enforcement officers in the course of their duties.
Okay.
Does it usually take this long to speak to a supervisor, sir? Isn't it the Sheriff's Department policy and procedures that if a member of the public requests a supervisor, you provide one to them?
It is, but it doesn't say how long that has to take
Where's the Sheriff's Department?
in this building.
In this building? Downstairs?
Downstairs, and I've already talked to them. They're aware of the situation and they're doing their research to make sure that they're adequately
Okay, fair enough. That's fair. Fair enough. Hi, sir. How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay.
Are you supervisor with the sheriff's department,
Yes,
sir?
sir. I'm Captain Marcus May.
Captain.
Marcus May?
Hi, my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just taking some pictures and video of the publicly accessible areas, not in any courtrooms or jury rooms or anything of that nature. Your deputy over here came up to me and said that everybody has a right to privacy in public, and that they showed me the order, and I told them I believe that order to be unconstitutional.
Okay.
And I was just waiting to hear from a supervisor to see if you were going to enforce that order or not, because I have a First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas and just gather content. I'm not trying to escalate the situation in any way. I'm actually de-escalating. That's why I waited here for you. I wanted to give you the respect and say, hey, let's de-escalate it. It doesn't need to be escalated any more than it already was. I wanted to get the clear picture on what was allowed in the courtroom, because I know my rights. This is what I do. Same way you took an oath to uphold the Constitution, I didn't take an oath, but my job is to exercise my rights and flex those rights so that way people around the country can see, okay, this is what we can and cannot do. This is our rights. We have to stand up for our rights. And then as law enforcement officers, it's your job to uphold the Constitution and defend our rights. And that's my only purpose here.
Okay, so here's, I appreciate you speaking to me in the manner you're speaking, and it always happens.
Sure, I understand.
So again, my name is Marcus May. I'm a captain here at the Sheriff's Office, okay? I've consulted the District Attorney's Office, and I'm all for protecting your constitutional rights.
I appreciate that.
There is a court order that forbids the use of video equipment, taking any videos inside the courtroom.
Correct.
And there is also a state statute that forbids entering a public building with the intent to disrupt a government business. And I say that we have a judge that's already spoken with us, and she felt he disrupted part of her proceedings when he was upstairs filming some juveniles that were waiting to be seen in court. And
oh no, somebody actually came up to me and yeah, sure.
And when I spoke to the clerk's office, they were in there trying to conduct business. You were in there filming, which disrupted their business, and that's in violation of state statute. And I give you that statute if you like.
Yeah.
Would you like the statute?
I mean,
what the statute is. So
yeah,
you can
just.
look it up for education purposes.
I mean, I would like to see the statute as disturbing the process, because that's not, just like you said, you have to intend to do that. That's not my intent at all, and I think that's made clear by the way I'm acting here today and the way I'm talking to everyone that I'm coming in contact with.
But the fact that we do you have a copy of that? Would you like a copy of the court order?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you.
So now that you've been educated on court order forbidding the videoing inside a courtroom, and you're at this point refusing to comply with the order, that would show intent that you are disrupting services.
Well, no, I'm not in a courtroom, sir.
It's in the courthouse.
Okay.
The order specific, and you can read it. I'll wait for you to read it if you like.
No. I read that one.
So, now that you've been educated that the order has been issued by the district judge, that videoing is forbidden inside a courthouse, and now that you've been educated and refusing to comply with the order, that would show intent that you're meaning to disrupt services, just as you are now. So,
I'm disrupting services right now, currently.
Absolutely.
How would?
You've already disrupted the courtroom per the judge.
Per the judge, I've disrupted the courtroom.
Her proceedings, yes. There were juveniles waiting to be seen in her court, and you were up there videoing juveniles, according to Judge Mueller.
According to what was the judge's
Judge
name?
Mueller.
Mueller.
Yes, sir. I spoke with the court clerk's office. They said you disrupted their business by filming their customers inside there. You've been educated on the order. If you refuse to comply with the order, that's going to show intent in violation of the statute. So I would like to ask you to please, you can stay in the courthouse if you'd like. You just can't video, okay? It's a public building. You have just as much right to be here as anybody else. But if you continue to video, it's going to show intent to not comply with the order, and we're going to have to, if you don't leave, you'll probably be placed under arrest for violation of the order.
Violation of the court order?
And the state statute it forbids you to enter a building with the intent to disrupt, which now that you're educated and you're choosing not to comply, that's going to show intent.
Yeah.
Because you're making intent to disrupt this.
Okay, so
I would like for you to leave.
Yeah.
And you don't have to identify with me if you don't want to. His name is Sean.
Yeah, I just told you my name's Sean.
Sean. You don't, and if you like to leave,
And like I said, I appreciate you handling it in the way you're handling it. I will just say that I do have a constitutional right to record in public. I am not disturbing anything whatsoever. Again, there has to be intent, and my actions are not disturbing anything. I'm not raising my voice. I'm not using vulgar language. I'm not getting in the way of people getting services here. So I strongly disagree with that. So at this point, though, all I need for you, if all I need from you at this point is to, as a captain and supervisor of the sheriff's department here, are you going to arrest me if I continue to record and exercise my constitutional rights?
if you continue to record inside the courthouse
And exercise my rights?
and exercise your
Yep.
what you consider your rights to do so, which are a violation of the order, you will be placed under arrest.
I'm sorry, can you say that
You
again?
will be placed under arrest.
Okay, that's all I needed. I just needed standing. Now I can take it to the proper channels and hold everyone involved accountable.
Would you like to know the statute in which you would be arrested for? I can
Oh, it's not really necessary because I'm not in violation of that statute
How
whatsoever.
do you know if you haven't read the statute?
Because it would require intent, and I know only I know my intent. Correct?
The intent is shown once you've been educated. We're giving you an opportunity to leave and comply with the order. Choosing not to do so,
No, well, I'm going to leave, so there's no need for I'm going to leave, but I just needed to have that in court. You need what's called standing in court to file a civil rights lawsuit and to hold people accountable and maybe get an order
There's
changed.
nothing to do with civil rights.
Yes, this has 100% to do with.
Transition to a criminal matter violation of the state statute.
No.
We don't want it.
This is gonna. No. And that's why under threat of arrest, I'm going to leave the building. But what I'm saying is, it is going to. I promise you, it will turn into a civil rights problem for your department, the courthouse, the district attorney, whoever it is, because I will hold everybody involved accountable. Who's it? What's the name of the district attorney?
Adam Panter.
Adam Panter. And can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Mine?
Yes, please.
Deputy Blessing, badge number 15.
And your name and badge number, sir?
Lieutenant Scott Hawkins, badge number 9.
Scott Hawkins. Your name and badge number?
Stewart Haight.
Stuart Haight.
Yeah, badge number 8.
Oh, badge number 8. Okay.
Eight's my badge.
And you have my name, Marcus.
I read- yep.
My badge number's 3.
Okay, great. Thank you. You guys, politely or not, you violated my rights here today. So, I mean, we'll just let a court decide, and not this court, which is obviously biased. Okay? Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.